How you doing? I'm Jeff with Jeff's Lawn Landscaping. Just wanted to get on here and talk just a little bit. Uh, I like getting on here and making videos. This one here may not be about the lawn service as much, but I like getting on here and talking to all my subscribers and people that leaves comments and stuff. So I was wanting, you may have seen my dogs before. This is Sage. Come here, say hi, Sage. All right. Say hi, Sage. And then this one here is Spirit. Hold on. I don't try not to get you dizzy here. That one there, Spirit. So I was going to try to set up the thing. Sage, the German Shepherd, is a really good dog. Mine's good. Come here, Spirit. This one here is a little bit younger. She minds pretty good, and the other one has taught her a lot, but I wouldn't say she minds quite as good. You know, like I said, she's still learning. But this one here, you know, has been a really good teacher for her. But I was wanting to see, I got this set up where I got to go take the trash out to the road, and I'm going to see if I can show you how good the German Shepherd minds, see if this backfires on me. But let me get this set up here. All right, let's go take the trash out. So yeah, she done pretty good. Uh, the little one kind of didn't want to stay as much, but come here, Spirit. Come on, let's go inside. But I think she done pretty good. The German Shepherd, usually she does goes out there by herself or with me when I take the trash out, and she minds a little bit better. With the little one, my Spirit, you know, not wanting to stay as much probably kind of caused her to move a little bit, but I think she done pretty good, and I always try to keep her away from that road as much as possible. All right, I'm gonna head inside here and sit down, and we're gonna talk a little bit about the business, some of the things I'm wanting to do this year with my business. All right, now I got the dogs in where they're safe, and I was wanting to go over the direction I want to go with my business this year. So I'm probably down just a little bit on mowing. You really don't know till you get started back, you know, what all you have. There was one that sold their house, another one's supposed to sell their house, probably already sold it before now, before I start back. So there's a couple there I have to replace. I can't think of the other one. I was thinking there was three altogether that I need to replace. Uh, I was probably down just a little bit to what I was. The one thing, it's like I have less than what I was doing, you know, a year or two ago, probably a year ago. But I'm not down about it because even though I'm mowing uh, a few yards less than what I was, I'm actually making more money. So I'm making more money and mowing less yards. So, I'm not down. I still want to keep the amount of jobs that I have up, but at the same time, even though you don't have as many and you're making more, that's good. I don't worry too much about it. And that's kind of the direction I want to keep going. I want to keep a certain amount that I mow, but I want to really pay attention to the how much I'm making, and I want to try to be probably pick up a few, and I want to pick up some of the better paying jobs. And I mean, I like doing the small to medium sized yards, so it don't have to be a big job, but at the same time, I want my my minimum price. I try to raise it ever so often where I'm making the top end money on the jobs. You know, Sometimes I'll run into it where they'll say I'm a little bit high, uh, but I don't want to be too high where I'm pricing myself out. But I don't want to be too low either. I want to kind of be in the middle there, I guess you'd say. And so I'm gonna try to keep my minimum price, um, at the right price and go around and get the right jobs. I feel like if you have enough jobs where you're staying busy, you don't have to just go out there and give everybody a cheap bid and just keep growing and growing. I think you could end up with a lot of jobs, and usually the more jobs you get, the more debt you go into, more equipment, trucks, help, and all that. To where with me, I'm willing to grow a little bit slower and get the better paying jobs. Uh, and I'm wanting to try to narrow my mowing route down where I don't go out as far. Uh, I always say I like the jobs around the house, so I want to narrow it down where I don't go. I have some that's a little farther, not too far, because I've always since I started uh, tried to keep my area narrowed down. I don't go to the other side of town or anything like that. I um, more or less when I started, I was the south side of Indiana, and or should I say Indianapolis, Indiana, and then the busier I got, then I started just trying to push just the area where I live at. Um, so I still have some jobs that are out a little bit farther um, than that, but as I'm advertising, if something happens, I lose one. I usually pick up one that's closer. So that's the direction I want to go, and that's more for mowing. When it comes to shrub trimming, landscaping jobs, stuff like that, I feel like I can go a little farther. Um, I still don't want to go too far. I want to keep everything narrowed down, but I'm willing to go a little farther because most time those are the ones that pay more, and that's kind of the direction I want to go. I want to pick up a few more mowing jobs at the right price, and I want to push shrub trimming and cleanups, stuff like that, a little bit more this year than what I did because I feel like you know I don't want to give mowing up. I like mowing, but to extent, there's a lot of overhead in mowing. Having to buy all the mowers and all that, and it's fine. But I feel like with shrub trimming, if I could have enough to go out and do that, I could probably go out and do a couple of those jobs. And most of my jobs are kind of the smaller jobs, smaller the medium sized jobs on trimming shrubs. So I could go out maybe 2 or 3 hours and make pretty decent money. Where with mowing, you know, there's a little more drive time, uh, probably more burning gas, more equipment where trimming shrubs. You got a hedge trimmer or two, your wheelbarrow truck, maybe a dump bill. Uh, but you know, you don't have the overhead as far as the mowers. But the reason I don't want to completely get out of mowing is I feel like where I live, you or I don't get enough of those jobs to keep me busy. Even though I feel like it's better money. It's not something that I could just have jobs every day and just stay busy without the mowing. So I feel like I want to keep the mowing. Uh, I always say the mowing keeps you going to get to some of the jobs that pays more. And not saying there's no money in mowing. Um, Especially in the long run, you can make good money in the long run with mowing. But when you go out to do the landscaping jobs, shrub trimming jobs, usually per job, you know, you might make a little bit more money. Um, and then where with the mowing, you know, you're not going out as much, especially if you do the small or make as much if you do the smaller to medium sized jobs. But you know, it's consistent where you do it every week, and um, in the long run, you know, it adds up, and you can make pretty good money doing that too. So I want to do a little bit of both. But like I said, I like to push the cleanup jobs, the shrub trimming jobs, stuff like that a little bit more this year than what I did. And, and like I said, keep working on shrinking my job, the area down, where I don't have to drive as far. I guess I'm getting a little bit spoiled and like it around my house. I always say I like all the jobs around my house where I can come home for lunch. Although I usually don't come home for lunch, but you know that's kind of the idea. I want everything thing pretty close. So I appreciate getting on here and talking, and appreciate if you check out some of the other videos. And I'll see you next time.